Welcome back to Walking in Shadow with Jason. I know you probably thought, oh, Jason's all done making videos. Well, no, that's not the case. Quite the opposite. It's just things have been a little crazy, but I'm going to explain everything to you. This video is called Forever the Student, and we're going to get to that part, but I do owe you guys an explanation, so to be more authentic with myself, I've decided not to do videos during any Mercury retrogrades. Before, I just soldiered through it because I got to keep a schedule, but that's against how I actually feel, and I don't need to be that way. I need to be more authentic and do things the way I want to do it, right? That makes sense, especially on my channel. But so now that only explains a little bit, because I was May 10th until June the 2nd, and in the last couple weeks, what's happened is I have manifested quite a bit of abundance through my own power, and just constant work, using abundance, gratitude for the abundance, sort of downsizing my, well, obviously ego, but my wants and what it really needs versus wants, that kind of thing, which is something I would always do when I was preparing to enter survival mode. But whereas this is going to be the opposite of survival mode, I still feel that it's just how I roll to, size everything up first and maybe reduce, so that once this abundance and the manifested abundance starts to really flow through, I'm not the same person who is going to squander a lot of that, because I've been so poor for so long that I get a hold of some money, sometimes I just burn it up. So in preparation for the abundance, while grateful for it, I must show that I'm actually grateful for it by treating it with respect, especially since it's coming through me, thereby showing myself respect. There's that. There's, I don't know if, I would say probably some portion of the audience is aware, but I got this thing, it's fasciitis in my foot. There's like a hole in my foot, and it's getting better slowly but surely. Address it, keep it covered, that kind of thing. But it's extremely painful, and for the past couple weeks, it's been more painful than usual. So we're talking about, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, when I wake up, it's a 3, and it stays a 3 for most of the day, and then sometimes it'll spike up to 5, 10. I mean, it'll fluctuate until I go to bed. I've been losing weight, though, and losing weight is definitely helping with the pain, because it's less pressure on my feet, so that's a good thing. But yeah, that's all it is. It's just I went from I mean, you've seen the other videos. I went from a what do they call it, leisurely life, a spiritual life, where money and all that wasn't the number one thing, and it isn't now, but it's just that everything's different now. Like, I work 40 hours a week and have certain days off, and I gotta pack a lot into all of that, plus the foot, plus just my own intuition, because where I've been it's kind of a control freak most of my life. Part of my lesson now is to surrender some of that control, really a lot of it, but control freak, kind of hard, right? So, just a lot of stuff going on, and that's the point of the video also, is that I've made quite a few videos, and I certainly try to help a lot of people as best I can. I don't really have much of a way of ego of like what my strengths are. I'm aware of my strengths and I'm aware of my weaknesses. I mean, as much as one can be until met with them. But it's important to me that I don't ever come across to you or anyone else as like, you know, I'm up here on the mountaintop looking at everything, and boy, don't you wish you could. I mean, I hate that behavior. I don't appreciate it in others, so I'm not going to do that to you. You know, if I'm not here, there's a reason for it, and I will tell you about it. So, as far as those Mercury retrogrades, though, there'll be another one. The next one is September 9th through October 1st, so there's not going to be a video then either. I will get some videos plugged in between. I was focusing so hard on grounding and sort of bringing myself down to earth, because I've just been up in the sky and the stars for a long time and not really very grounded. Well, with this job and with the self-care and starting to go to doctors and stuff, you know, I'm good. I'm grounded. So now I'm ready to extend back out. And so I've been open to transmissions again. And as soon as it was just like a channel that was always on, and I turned it off from as I got to do some local business. And then when I turned it back on, it's just ready to go. All the symptoms are back, and I wish I could TLDR this, but people who've watched me for a while know that I can get on some rants. I've been trying to keep them shorter, but, you know, that's me. I like to talk, especially to people who are tuned in to listen to me talk. I do want to talk about the original point of what made me decide to stop doing videos during Mercury retrograde. Was right at the beginning of it. I had gone to the zoo. I even put on Facebook about how I was going to the zoo to work on a video, because I found out that they have baboons, Hamadryas baboons, like that are my totem, and I know they had them a long time ago, but I didn't know they were back. And I went to go see them, and I went really early, like as soon as it opened. Yeah, but then I noticed I was in a long line of people going to it that early, and then it wasn't a weekend day either. It was a weekday. Then I failed to notice, but did notice on the way out, that there were like 45 or 50 school buses there. That there were a lot of end of the year field trips, that kind of thing. There had to have been 5,000-6,000 kids at the zoo that day. I was just gonna get some shots of the baboons and see if I could, you know, connect with them, but it wasn't gonna be that day. Plus, because of my foot, I had gotten one of the little electric carts to get around, and when I was going to the gorilla area, it the transmission went out, like, and I'm not over the weight limit. It's not like a weight problem. It's just like I smelled it. The transmission went out. I smelled it first, and then I was going up a hill, and it wouldn't go forward anymore. And I'm sitting there, and then even with it pushed forward, it started to roll back anyway. And all these kids are there, and just the whole thing was just revolting. So, I was like, all right, now I got it. No more of that. As I mentioned on my birthday, when I turned 46, that I had known about 46 and beyond for a long time due to studying numerology and seeing where, like, the crests and valleys of life are now. Of course, that's an oscillation of time, energy through this 3D universe, but that's where we live, so it applies in this case. There have been a lot of timeline changes since 2012. I wish I could explain it better, Like, I feel like no matter how much I try to explain the timeline stuff, it's either going to make sense or it isn't. I don't know. I just know that timelines change. A big one was like that lion portal or whatever in August last year. That was a big change. Like, a lot of people stayed in their timeline and a lot of people did not. And I was one of the did nots. And I can just tell you that, yes, I'm still Jason, the person well, I mean, biologically. And it's not like I turned into a doppelganger or something. I'm just not the same person anymore. I'm just not, I may look like him, I may talk like him. But I'm not that guy anymore because I want to raise my frequency, not only for myself, but it affects everybody around me. And then in turn, it affects them and so on, like a ripple. So, I want to be a force of positive change, however that occurs. I'm not going to try and determine how that will occur because that's part of my control issue, but keeping people up to date, I guess. But it may seem like a lot of changes start to happen with me rapidly, and that's just part of the abundance, part of the personal manifestation. And I'm just going to keep getting better because that's what I want for all of you, That's why I try to keep it neutral, as far as I want to be able to include anybody who has awareness of higher self and galactic origins and Starseed stuff. Anybody who's interested in any shamanism. And of course, shadow work. That's what we talk about here. Starseed, shadow work, and shamanism. I probably got it in the wrong order as the thing, but who cares? I made it up. But I did want to show you, I got two card decks recently on Amazon, and this first one I'm excited about. I have had the app of this for like 2 years. I don't know why I just never ordered the cards, but it's the Starseed Oracle. You may be familiar. It's a really great deck, and like I said, it's on my phone. I use it quite often, but now I have the actual cards, so that's good. I can start to bond with the cards in order to make the connection more stable. Now these are a new deck that I also felt drawn to get, and they have worked for me so well because if you're not aware, like to find your starseed origins. I mean, of course, there's many ways you can do it intuitively, but like, the on paper way, I guess, is to have astrology readings done about it based on what was where when you were born. And I had consulted 2 different astrologers that, on different parts of the world or whatever, that didn't know each other, I guess. I mean, I didn't interview them. But their results were the same, so I knew that it was a standard outcome. It wasn't something that was manipulated for my benefit. I'd rather just have the straight news, not the sounds great news. I mean, if it is great, rock on, but you know what I mean? I don't need it like fluffy butt or whatever. Anyway, the Pleiadian Oracle are the cards that I got also. Starseed transmissions from the Pleiades, which is right up my alley. It's where, I don't know what, I guess in a way 100% of the channel's content comes from. But not really, because, the shamanism, I mean, I don't know, who knows? If I was the same all the time, it's hard to say. But some of the things were me, Jason, but most of it's not. It's just that I have a very clear channel to my higher self, and because my higher self was incarnated 3 times as a Pleiadian, that's where I get my info from. Now, there were other places I had incarnations, Andromeda, I was a hybrid on Lyra. I think that's it. But 3 in the Pleiades. That doesn't mean I was the same person 3 times, of course. So, but things are treated differently there. So, I don't know. I Jason, don't have the answer for that. But the point of showing you the cards, other than like, hey, look what I bought, is that the next video I do before the next retrograde, if I can get 2 or 3 done, I will. But if not, definitely this one, because I want to try out some of the. I guess it's channeling, but it's like putting these cards and possibly my shaman tarot deck in together and just mixing them all up and seeing what comes out, and following the channel along with that. That's what I've been given tasks to do, and so that's what I'll be doing next. I rambled really hard at the beginning, so I'm not going to ramble so hard here at the end, except to just let you guys know that I do appreciate your patience as always. it's just hard to uh, say, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this at this time and this, because one, time is tenuous. Two, I don't I don't know what I'm gonna get between now and then. You know, sometimes I just get stuff. The last time I really opened up into it, I even got like a date, but I just don't. I'm not confident enough in myself to just say that date, because if I'm wrong, then you know what I mean? I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to keep on rocking with it, and we're just going to keep getting better with this new abundance that I have going on. I will definitely be upgrading my equipment and getting a PC, since I didn't have anything since fire. I'm going to get a PC though, and that way I can have the fancy. I actually do have a microphone that I can hook up. I know a lot of people can't hear me too well. I don't want to yell because I don't yell, but that'll be helpful. I'll be able to use the microphone. I'll be able to use OBS and have some effects, be able to maybe edit some things in where I can, have some pictures, because I know especially the younger audiences like more pictures and less my face talking, so which is fine. It's just how it works. I don't think it has to do with my face, but maybe it is. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the PC, because then I can have better editing. I have just better everything. Everything will be better then. But I have a lot of things where I didn't work that have piled up, and I'm carving right through them, but it's just going to take a little time. So just continue to be patient. I hope you understand what I meant by Forever the Student. I know that's the video title. I don't want to put update like I have many times before, and I didn't want to just have some vague title. It's just important. That's the point of all this, is just to tell you, yes, I'm here. Yes, I love making the videos. I like to put them out and help people. I have to do it when I'm drawn to it. And usually I'm always drawn to it, because usually my channel's always open, but I turned it off. Not turned it off, but you know what I mean. I just ignored it for a little while so I could get some other things going. And now I'm ready to, get back into it. But the point is that there really is a point, I promise. If you've even stayed on long enough to watch this part. The point is just, if there was a TLDR, it would say, I'm just like you. I'm always learning. I'm forever a student. Every time I believe I get to a peak, it's just the valley of another peak. I mean, like, it just, to go up, and we don't go up in a straight line. It's not linear. At best, it's a wave, and it has crests and valleys. So, I'm rambling again. It's really annoying. I'm just trying to say I'm like you, I mean, I don't have the answer. Like, I have the polished answer of what 5D is about and what we're all going to be doing. I don't. I'm just I'm sort of getting the harvest of a lot of work I have done, and I want that to flow out and to you guys also. Definitely check out my video, Gratitude is the Key to Abundance, because that gratitude got me to the abundance that I'm at now. And I want to, help as many people as I can help. I'm really sick of rambling, so I'm sure if you're still watching, you're so sick of it too. So with that, I will say, take it easy.